knock stuff all over the desk here, which would be a first for this council. All I want to say is I think we need to support our public support for the Montana Folk Festival. Now, we had the National Folk Festival. People said it wasn't going to fly. And then it was a success. And then the next year was a success. And the year after that was a success. And the Montana Folk Festival started up. And we said, I don't know if it's going to go. I don't know if we can do what the big boys do. But you know what? They put on an even better festival than the national festivals the years past. It was even bigger, even better. It gets better every year. Please support our folk festival.
Mr. Chairman, members of the Commission, for the record, my name is Tom Staples. I live at 951 Caledonia Street. I am president of the board of Main Street Uptown Butte, and I appear before you to ask your agreement of the operating agreement between Main Street Uptown Butte and Butte Silver Bow. This is a third time request of an operating agreement that has twice before been approved. You approved, or some of you were here and approved, an agreement between Main Street and Butte Silver Bow for 3 years of the National Folk Festival. We did 1 year of the Montana Folk Festival. We entered into a new 3-year operating agreement, which just expired this past July. We now are asking and only are interested with your concurrence to have a 3-year new operating agreement to go forward in mutual cooperation. We're very appreciative and very thankful of the partnership we've had with Butte Silver Bow. We're the envy of the state with this event. It is the premier marquee tourism event of Montana. We can't do it without you. We really appreciate your participation. We appreciate the leadership and the commitment. Many, many of you have volunteered year after year, and it doesn't happen without the 800 plus volunteers and the partnership between Butte Silver Bow and Main Street to produce the Montana Folk Festival. I urge your concurrence. Thank you.
Madam Chair, members of the Commission, my name is Courtney McKee. I reside at 2714 Everett Street, and I would like to speak in support of continuing the operating agreement between Butte Silver Bow and Main Street Uptown Butte in support of the Montana Folk Festival. We all know there are studies done documenting the direct return on Butte Silver Bow's investment back into our community. I think one of the things that's important to acknowledge as well are the intangibles, the reputational opportunity that this creates for Butte in Montana and in a larger community as well. This truly is, as Tom said, just a shining moment, weekend for Butte. This really is a feather in Montana's cap and in ours as well. This is something that John and I, through Headframe Spirits, go far out of our way to support because it really does add direct value to our community. And I encourage you to, as I said in my email to you, put your dollars behind the things that are advantageous to Butte. This being a shining jewel there. So thank you for your support.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I took a little run today. I live in Bozeman, and I thought I might let you know what people say about the Folk Festival in Bozeman. You get the best advertising you're ever going to get in the world because you get into a conversation over there and they talk about doing something and they say, why don't you try to do it like they do it in Butte? You know, and that's pretty good feeling. And then there's another little thing that happens over there. People now plan for their guests to come to Bozeman at that time because they have this wonderful chance to entertain them for 2 or 3 days and have every day taken care of. It's an incredible thing that we do here. and it's appreciated by many and used by many, and I hope that it will get the support that it needs to get to continue, and I want to be able to keep talking to my friends over there and tell them how cool this is. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you know this was a special little drive I made.
Ray, can you state your name and address for the record?
Excuse me. Ray Compo, Bozeman, Montana, and let me see. What else would you like?
Hello, good evening. My name is Lynn Hines, and I live at 1010 Nevada. And I've been a participant and started off as a volunteer with the Montana Folk Festival on its very first year. And I've continued on with the Folk Festival over all of the years up to now. And I could not urge you more to support this wonderful thing that Butte puts on. And to elaborate on the gentleman that first gave his public comment, the studies are done, but the things that are done here in Butte have far-reaching impact on not just the members of our community, but we have people that come here every year from around the world. And when you've got people from Sweden telling you what a beautiful place the state of Montana is, and they came here it was one of the things that drew them here. And they're entertainers that come here, and they've heard about our folk festival. And it's not just local. We're talking about people internationally that talk about the folk festival. And so it's not just the local community that's benefiting from this. We, as Butte people, know that wherever you go, you find somebody who's got ties to Butte. And you've got people that want to come back here just because of the participation that we get and the support that we get from our local government. And when we can put on something as large as this here in Butte, Montana, and other communities that are far larger, using Nashville as an example, that could not get the public support to hold their festival. And Butte has continued to step up to the plate. And you have the support of not only local people, but people that come here from around our country and around the world to come here to Butte to support this. And so I would urge you to support this. Thank you.
My name is Keith Seifert. I reside at 730 West Galena here in Butte. And I also encourage you to support continuing this operating agreement. I've been volunteering with the Montana Folk Festival for 4 years now as one of the Butte ambassadors. And again, in deference to the first gentleman who spoke, has anyone here tried to get dinner at a restaurant in Butte during the Folk Festival? People do stop. They do spend their money here. Maybe not as much in retail, but they're stopping at gas stations. They got to get back to Bozeman or Missoula or Spokane or Denver, where they've come to see this event. They're stopping here in the middle of their trip. They plan a trip around Yellowstone or Glacier around this weekend because they want to come to this event. Continuing this will continue to bring those dollars and those people here. But also to follow up on Courtney's comments earlier, I grew up in Billings and Roundup, and Butte has a reputation. I bet everyone in this room is aware of that. And this is one of those things that's going to, that's working currently to change that view of Butte around the state and beyond. That Butte is a friendly place, it's a fun place, it's a nice place to go. It's not just a super fun site. There's more to Butte than that, and continuing to support this festival will help to continue to improve that image of Butte in the surrounding communities. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the council, for the record, my name is Rody Holman. I reside at 1106 West Brickery Street here in Butte. I too have the good fortune of serving on the Main Street Uptown Butte Board of Directors, and I would encourage you as a board, as a community to move forward with the operating agreement. I don't know how many of you had the opportunity to review the Institute for Tourism, Recreation, and Research report that has been done by the University of Montana. The festival's real. There are tangible economic benefits to the festival. Read this report. People spend money, people come to Butte. 85% of the attendees last year said they're coming back. That should be a sign for you folks to just act in unison, jump on board, honor the partnership that we've already created, and move forward and vote in unison on this as quickly as you possibly can. Thank you.
Thank you, Rudy.
My name is Nancy Moore. I live at 924 West Court Street, and I'd like to speak to some of the intangible as well as tangible impacts of continuing this operating agreement. I lived in Missoula for 2 years before moving to Butte, where I've now lived for over 2 years. And when I was offered a job here in Butte, the only time I'd